Welcome back to another deep dive into the golden era of gaming. Today, we're booting up our Master Systems to revisit a cornerstone of RPG greatness, Phantasy Star. Released in 1987, this gem not only defined what an epic adventure could look like on the Sega Master System, but also how storytelling and gameplay could blend seamlessly in the digital universe. In an era dominated by side-scrollers and arcade ports, Phantasy Star emerged as a beacon of narrative depth and complex gameplay. With its groundbreaking 3D dungeons, turn-based combat, and a sprawling open world, it invited players into the Alis Star system for an adventure unlike any other. But what made Phantasy Star stand out? Was it the vibrant 8-bit graphics that pushed the Master System to its limits? Or perhaps the engaging plot of revenge and liberation? Maybe it was the innovative mechanics that would inspire generations of RPGs to come. Stick around as we unpack the magic of Phantasy Star, explore its secrets, and celebrate its legacy in the world of retro gaming. In a distant galaxy lies the Alis Star System, home to 3 planets, each with its own distinct environments and cultures. But beneath this peaceful facade lies a dark force, gradually extending its reach over the land. Enter our protagonist, Alis Landale, a determined young woman whose brother Nero meets a tragic fate at the hands of Lassic's robotic guards, setting her on a quest not just for revenge, but for liberation. Alis's journey is not one she must undertake alone. Along the way, she's joined by a cast of characters, each with their own reasons for challenging Lassic's tyrannical rule. There's Mayao the Muscat with a heart as brave as any warrior, Odin, a battle-hardened fighter turned stone by Medusa and later revived, and Noah, a wise wizard with knowledge crucial to their quest. The story of Phantasy Star is one of resilience, camaraderie, and the pursuit of justice. Together, this unlikely band of heroes traverses hostile dungeons, deciphers ancient texts, and battles fierce monsters, all in the hopes of bringing peace back to Algol. Phantasy Star was a trailblazer in storytelling, weaving a narrative that was both engaging and emotionally resonant. Its tale of rebellion against tyranny resonated with players around the world, setting a high bar for narrative depth in video games. As we follow Alis's journey from a grieving sister to a galactic hero, Phantasy Star reminds us of the power of determination, the strength found in unity, and the enduring light of hope in the face of darkness. It's a story that stays with us, long after the console is switched off. At its core, Phantasy Star was a pioneering force in RPG gameplay, blending exploration, combat, and puzzle solving in a way that was ahead of its time. Let's break down what made its gameplay stand out. Exploration was a major component of Phantasy Star. Players navigated through 3 distinct planets, Palma, Motavia, and Dazorus, each offering unique landscapes and challenges. This interplanetary journey was not just about moving from point A to B. It was about uncovering secrets, finding crucial items, and interacting with a wide range of NPCs. But it's in the dungeons where Phantasy Star truly shined. Adopting a first-person view, a rarity for the time, these dungeons were a maze of corridors, traps, and enemies. This perspective not only added a layer of immersion, but also complexity, as players had to navigate these labyrinths with only their wits and a pencil and paper to chart their progress. Combat in Phantasy Star was turn-based, a staple of the RPG genre, but executed with a finesse that kept battles engaging. Players managed a party of up to 4 characters, each with their own set of skills and magic. The strategic depth came from knowing when to attack, when to defend, and when to use magic, making every encounter a thrilling test of strategy. RPG elements like character leveling and gear upgrades were integral to Phantasy Star. Progressing through the game not only required defeating foes, but also carefully managing resources, upgrading equipment, and mastering spells. This balance between combat and character development ensured that every player's journey through the Alis Star system was unique. Phantasy Star set a high standard for what RPGs could achieve on home consoles. Its blend of exploration, combat, and narrative depth created an immersive world that captivated gamers and left a lasting legacy on the genre. In the realm of 8-bit gaming, where graphics were limited by the technology of the time, music and sound design played a pivotal role in storytelling and immersion. Phantasy Star was no exception, employing a captivating soundtrack and intricate sound effects that would become hallmarks of the series. Imagine navigating the dark, labyrinthine dungeons of Phantasy Star in silence. Now, add the game's suspenseful dungeon theme. Instantly, the atmosphere thickens, the tension rises, and what was merely a maze on screen becomes a thrilling adventure. Each location in Phantasy Star was brought to life with its own unique theme. From the soothing melodies of the towns to the urgent tempos of battle scenes, the music not only enriched the game's world, but also conveyed emotion and narrative, guiding players through their journey. Sound effects in Phantasy Star were more than just auditory feedback. They were integral to the gameplay experience. The clashing of swords, the casting of spells, and even the simple act of opening a treasure chest were all accentuated with distinct sounds, making each action feel significant. Behind this auditory feast was the Sega Master System's sound chip, which, despite its limitations, was pushed to its limits to create a rich tapestry of sounds. The composers of Phantasy Star crafted a soundtrack that not only defined the game's atmosphere, but also stood out as a masterpiece of 8-bit music. The legacy of Phantasy Star's music and sound design goes beyond mere nostalgia. It's a testament to how sound can transcend technical boundaries, creating an immersive and emotionally resonant experience that players carry with them long after the game is over. As we've journeyed through the Alis Star system, revisited its planets, characters, and battles, it's clear that Phantasy Star was more than just a game for the Sega Master System. It was a pioneering force that helped shape the future of RPGs. Ask any RPG enthusiast or game developer about Phantasy Star, and you'll hear stories of inspiration and admiration. Its innovative use of 3D dungeons, a detailed sci-fi setting, and a narrative depth set it apart in an era dominated by fantasy RPGs. From its immersive story to its groundbreaking gameplay mechanics, Phantasy Star laid the groundwork for many elements we now take for granted in modern RPGs. Its influence can be seen in the detailed worlds of today's games, the complexity of their stories, and the depth of their gameplay. Decades after its release, Phantasy Star continues to be celebrated, with re-releases on modern platforms, remastered editions, and a dedicated fan base keeping its legacy alive. Its story, characters, and world remain as compelling today as they were on the day of its release. Phantasy Star is not just a relic of gaming history. It's a living, breathing universe that continues to inspire and enchant new generations of gamers. Whether you're experiencing it for the first time or revisiting it as an old friend, Phantasy Star offers a timeless adventure that's worth every moment. As our journey through the stars comes to a close, it's clear that Phantasy Star is much more than a game. It's a beacon of innovation, a testament to storytelling, and a cornerstone of the role-playing genre. From its groundbreaking visuals to its captivating music and pioneering gameplay, Phantasy Star has left an indelible mark on the hearts of gamers and on the landscape of video gaming itself. The legacy of Phantasy Star isn't just preserved in the circuits of the Sega Master System or the pages of gaming history. It lives on in every player who's navigated its mazes, in every developer it's inspired, and in every game that follows in its footsteps. It's a testament to the power of video games to transcend boundaries, to create worlds that captivate us, challenge us, and invite us to embark on adventures beyond our wildest imaginations. So, as we power down our consoles and step back into our world, let's carry with us the spirit of adventure, the joy of exploration, and the memories of the friends we've made along the way. Phantasy Star may be a game of the past, but its story, its challenges, and its victories are timeless. Thank you for joining me on this epic journey back to the Alis Star system. Phantasy Star, a legacy of light in the vast universe of gaming. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and as always, keep playing.